Hey guys, it's Johnny from Land & Wave, and today I thought we could jump on here and chat through the kit package which is included in our Outdoor Instructor Training course. As part of the course, £990 of that goes towards your kit package. This is for you to keep at the end of the training course and contains loads of kit ranging from dry suits, wetsuits, to rock climbing harnesses, to a flint and steel or a Ferro Rod and a striker, and a knife for your bushcraft stuff. So let's jump in and take a look at all that stuff in a bit more detail. This is Johnny from the future, just finishing at the end of the video about talking about the kit. You'll see this section in a second, but I thought I would add in a extra little bit of fun. Is I'm going to toss up on the video as it goes up the retail cost of all this kit. Obviously you guys get it for £990, but on the screen each piece of kit will be coming up at its retail price, and then it's the price which you guys will get it. We have access to loads of trade accounts being within the industry, so it means that we get you guys the best prices on the kit for the training course. The kit package includes everything which is, as I call, the soft kit, which is everything which you need, such as like rock climbing shoes, buoyancy aids and everything like that. Land & Wave, we supply all the hard kit like climbing ropes, canoes, sea kayaks, stand-up paddleboards, so you don't need to obviously purchase anything like that. As an outdoor centre, we provide all that, but as part of the kit package, we have everything for you, which is, as I call, the soft kit. So we'll start off with the climbing kit. We'll start from our feet upwards, shall we? So what we've got here is your rock climbing shoes. So for rock climbing, you need something which is a little bit more agile and can make sure that you can focus on standing on the edges of your feet rather than standing on the balls of it. The climbing shoes are sometimes a little bit tricky to work out what size you are. You want them to be nice and tight, but sometimes they can be quite awkward sizing. So what we do is we have in September, we have one of our kit trying on days, which is kind of like an open weekend where everyone who's signed up for the training course comes down and tries on loads of kit. So with the climbing shoes, we try them all on, and then we use the Project Climbing Centre, which is based in Poole, who sources all our shoes for us, and then they order them in. And when we go collect them, we actually collect them from the Project Climbing Centre, so that if for some reason the shoe you tried on, and then when you get there, your feet have swollen or change size or something like that within a couple of weeks, it means that you can switch between those shoes, and it gives you a little chance to try them on as well, which is really nice. So the climbing harness, which last year was sourced by DMM. They're based in Wales. Everything they produce is also made in Wales as well, which is really cool. They have a really nice bundle which we use for the training course, which comes in this really nice little case. In that case, what you'll get is your climbing harness, a chalk bag and chalk ball. This is to dry your hands when you get a little bit sweaty from being so nervous learning all the climbing stuff, or also if your hands get a little bit wet. Unfortunately, we are climbing over the winter, so sometimes the rocks can be wet, but the chalk dries your hands really nicely and gives you that extra little bit of grip. It's also a carabiner and a belay device, so you'll be using this a lot and learning how to use these for bottom roping and lead belaying as well. Next item and last part of the rock climbing kit is the rock climbing helmet. These come in two styles, male and female. The real difference between that is actually just to do with your hair type. A lot of female climbers and also blokes, you can have, if you have long hair, you can get a special cut helmet. So with the female specific cut ones, it has a slightly more divoted back just here. So it means that if you're climbing with a ponytail, it means that it's not uncomfortable, it doesn't press on the back of your head, which is really nice. It's quite important when it comes to rock climbing that all long hair is kept out of the way, because if you've got moving parts with the belay devices and stuff like that, you don't want your hair getting stuck in there. So being able to have that cut out of the back creates some extra comfort for you, which is really nice. Moving on to our bushcraft section of the kit package, you get 3 items for your bushcraft kit. The first part is our Force knife. This is a carbon steel knife, so it's super tough, so it gets used to using all the battening and wood skills you'll be using. Also, it's a really good knife to practice your sharpening skills on as well, which is all included within that Bushcraft level 2. Super nice kind of rubbery grip. and really comfortable to hold when you're doing all your whittling and knife skills. The next piece of kit which you get is a folding saw. It's kind of almost like your pruning saw which you might have at home to cut down any sort of small trees and stuff like that. And that's what it's exactly used for on the training course as well, is for cutting down any sort of dead standing hazel or any other sort of woods which you'll be using to practice your battening or turning into your half boards for your friction firelighting kits and bits along like that. It's super good, super versatile, and with it being a folding saw, means that you can fit it inside your kit bag for the day and it doesn't get in the way at all, which is really nice. Last bit is your Ferro Rod. This is for all things firelighting. So obviously we talked about just now with the saw, you have this which we use to make half boards and like the whole process of stuff like that. With the Ferro Rod, that's obviously a simplistic way of doing all sorts of firelighting, putting it on there, giving it a strike. They'll become one of your most important firelighting tools on the training course and when it comes to teaching kids and adult groups and stuff like that how to light fires. That was all the land-based stuff. We're now going to look at the water-based kit. We'll start off with the dry suit, which is this kind of spacesuit looking thing, which is right here in front of me. If you can still see me. These are dry suits or water immersion suits. What they do is they keep you dry when you go inside the water. It means that you stay warm when we go on activities such as canoeing and sea kayaking. It means that if you do capsize and fall in, or if your boat fills out of water, or when you're practicing your rescues, it means that you're staying dry and not getting wet. It uses latex cuffs and seals, so a latex seal around your wrist and your neck. If you have a latex allergy, don't worry, we can get neoprene seals fitted to these as well. It also has got this built-in zip system down the bottom. This is a female dry suit. The zip is around the full legs for females because obviously if you need to go for a wee when you're in a dry suit, you can't wee in it, and obviously you're in it all day. If you have to take your whole dry suit off every time, it's quite annoying. So the female fitted ones have a kind of like a leg zip, so it means you can go for a squat and a wee, which is quite handy. So what goes underneath and pairs really nicely with your dry suit is this fleecy thermal onesie. These are great because obviously they're thermal and very fleecy, so it keeps you super warm underneath the dry suit. So these thermal onesies are great at keeping you warm. If anything, they're too good. I usually end up just wearing a t-shirt and a pair of tracksuit bottoms to keep me warm when I'm wearing my dry suit, especially when you're paddling around. You are getting nice and warm, especially if you're paddling into the wind or anything like that. But the thermal onesies are great if you are a chilly person over the winter and you do get cold, so these work out really, really well. Obviously, we use the dry suit a lot when it comes to paddling, so everything from canoeing and sea kayaking. We don't really use the dry suits that much when it comes to paddleboarding. What we actually use for paddleboarding is a wetsuit. So the wetsuit you get on the training course is a thermal fleece-lined wetsuit, which is really nice. This kind of whitey pinky material here, this is quick drying, so it means that obviously we're using these multiple days in a row, so it means that the kind of the white area, which is on the main body part, dries quickest. So wetsuits are 5mm of neoprene on the chest and upper legs, then on the arms and the lower legs it's 3mm of neoprene. The benefits of a chest zip wetsuit are that it means that it seals really nicely around your neck and means that you don't get as much flushing water, which you don't want over the winter, especially when it comes to January, February time when it can be quite chilly. Having that chest zip wetsuit is really, really nice and valuable to you. These all have sewn and then taped seams as well, so the durability of these wetsuits is really, really high, which is really nice. These get paired up with a pair of wetsuit socks. These are like 2 or 3mm neoprene wetsuit socks, which you then put obviously inside your old trainers where you go co-steering with. These just keep your toes nice and warm whilst you're out in the water. And alongside this wetsuit and the wetsuit socks, you also get a thermal rash vest. So making sure that you stay super warm as much as possible. Using a thermal rash vest that has a slight little bit of like quick drying fleece in there as well. So it means that it keeps you nice and snug underneath your wetsuit. And then the last but not least is, I don't have any here with me right now, you also get a pair of neoprene 3 to 5mm neoprene wetsuit gloves as well, so that your hands stay nice and warm. So basically all your extremities are kept lovely and warm when you are out in the water. On top of that, all that water sports equipment, you also have 2 bits of main safety equipment which you're always wearing when you're in the water. Firstly, your buoyancy aid. These instructor buoyancy aids are great. They're quite different to your client buoyancies, which you've probably worn if you've been down on an open day with us. The main differences between them are that they have more adjustability for when you're wearing your wetsuit and stuff like that, and they're a bit more comfortable, but also they have these big storage pockets right in the front here. Okay, these unzip and reveal a big pouch which you can fit all your floaty rope, whistle, knife, snacks, and little out pouches and stuff like that all inside. And also if you're in your group, when you're taking out sessions, you might have kids with inhalers or EpiPens, you can keep that all on your person, which is really, really nice. As I said, inside that buoyancy aid pocket, you can have your floaty rope and your knife, and also a whistle. A floaty rope is literally just a piece of rope which has a little bit more floating ability to it. You also get a water sports knife. These just fold out and you can use for any sort of fishing line or anything like that which might be in the water, which you might need to dispose of. And then also you get a tornado whistle, which obviously has no ball or anything in it, so it means that you can still blow it and it works when it's wet as well. The last bit of kit you get is your water sports helmet. This is different to your climbing helmet. You'll wear this just for all water sports activities to make sure you protect your head from any sort of falling rocks or bumping your head against anything. What's really nice about these Mystic ones is they actually come with little ear pouches as well, which you can put on and keep your ears warm over the winter. They have loads of extra padding in there for any odd sized heads, and a big spinny adjustable ring at the back. So yeah, you can change the side to make sure it fits your head as well as possible. So that is all the water sports kit which is included in the Outdoor Instructor Training course. Really high quality stuff which will last you a good period of time. I did the training course myself 9 years ago, and I still have my same dry suit. I have had to replace the latex seals on it once, but they cost me £50 to replace all three, so it wasn't too bad. But a buoyancy aid and a wetsuit, you're kind of looking at lasting you a buoyancy aid maybe 2 or 3 summers, and a wetsuit, I kind of replace mine every 2 years now. Water sports helmet, you have to replace every 5 years usually, depends on the manufacturing guideline, or when you kind of fancy maybe a different style or want to upgrade to maybe a nicer helmet. What we'll move on to now is the last bit of the kit package, which is the kind of outerwear section, which you'll use kind of across all activities during the day and the evening. As part of the kit package and the instructor training course, we're very fortunate to be sponsored by a company called Fern. Fern provide all our outerwear for our activities for you on the training course. So we'll start off with kind of like your smaller underlayers. What you get is a really nice fleece to make sure that you stay nice and warm. These ones are their big pile fleece. They're super cozy and super warm, basically being wrapped up in a big teddy bear. A lot of people end up just wearing these just in general as when they go hiking or any part of the lowland leader stuff, as well as just around as general outerwear, like when you go rock climbing and stuff like that. Just keeps you nice and warm, which is always a really nice benefit. As well included from Fern is also the synthetic insulated jacket as well. These are really lovely, they keep you super warm. With them being synthetic, it means if they do get wet, they still have warmth properties to them, which is really nice. They use Primaloft insulation, so it's really high quality stuff. They last really well and they look really nice and fit really nice as well. They have these really nice cuffs on the inside, which are elasticated but on the inside, so it means that maybe a couple of inches down from your wrist it kind of like tightens a little bit, so it means that it keeps all the warmth inside the jacket, which is really nice. So these keep you super snug and super warm. Along with the insulated jacket and the nice fleece which you also get a shell waterproof jacket. These are amazing, they're really great. They're 20K jackets, so they keep you super dry over the winter. We were really lucky to work with Fern in developing some of the features on this jacket as well. The big thing which we've added in over the last couple of years with them is the double zip. These work great if you're doing any sort of climbing or anything like that, because you can zip from the bottom. So it means that you can put them over the top of your climbing harnesses and stuff like that and still access your belay loop and all your belay devices and stuff like that. So it means that you can wear your waterproof over the top of your climbing harness so it doesn't get as wet, which is really nice. It also means that you can kind of layer it really nicely with your waterproof trousers. I've actually done a review on this jacket, solely about this jacket, so if you want to watch that, you can find that. It'll probably be up here in the video right now, so you can click on that and have a little look at that video. But then they're really great and we're really impressed with these waterproof jackets. So that is all the kit for the Outdoor Instructor Training course. It's really high quality kit, and we make sure we get it at the best value for you. The kit package costs £990 to you guys who are doing the Outdoor Instructor Training course. It retails at somewhere between around 2,000 to 2,500. If you do want to find out some more information or want to come see this kit in person, we have it all laying out on every single one of our open days. Our open day dates are down in the description below. If you want to book onto one of those, they're completely free. We talk through the course, look through the kit, go have a tour of the accommodation, as well as go out on a free activity as well. We try to get out coast steering, so we get to go jump in the sea, kind of show you what it's like to be an outdoor instructor. Any questions, drop it in the comments below, and make sure that you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel to find any more information about the training course and stuff like that. There'll be a video popping up in a second, which is a bit more information and a bit more of a kind of like a promo video about the instructor training course. And as I said, if you do have any questions, just let me know, get in contact, and look forward to maybe teaching you on the training course this winter or answering any questions you have about the training course. So I'll speak to you guys soon.